Well, the Iranian government's imposed an internet blackout, essentially taking the entire country offline. Now, this is all in an effort to curb riots. People there are angered over skyrocketing gas prices. But will the government's tactic, most certainly architected by the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, work? Here to weigh in is Tudor Dixon, a correspondent for America's Voice News. Tudor spent some time in Albania this summer with the Iranian opposition movement. Also joining us is Ambassador James Woolsey, former director of the CIA. Great to see you both.
Thank you.
Good to be.
Ambassador, first to you. Give us the backstory of what's happening here, because I have a feeling this is due to more than just high gas prices. There has been dissent among the Iranian people toward the mullahs for a while now, but do they feel that maybe there's a renewed passion in the U.S. to support them?
Well, I hope so. We have not done a good job in the past. In '09, President Obama dropped the ball very much on standing up for the Iranian people. And they need us to stand up for them. They're a great people, terrible government. The government is made up of theocratic, totalitarian, genocidal imperialists, and that's about the nicest thing I could say about them. But we are looking at a situation which could erupt. It's already begun to erupt, but it could become very incoherent and riots and the rest. And helping the people of Iran, both with words and deeds, would be one of the best things we could do to promote stability in the Middle East and to promote Iran not moving into having nuclear weapons. There are lots of good things that happen if this government goes away.
All right, Tudor, so you spent some time with the opposition, the Iranian opposition in Albania this summer. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we went there. They had a meeting of the minds from world leaders all around the world. We went there and we met with a bunch of folks who are trying to free Iran, essentially. And so like you said, John, this has been going on for a long time. There is an opposition group called the MEK. They would like to get this Iranian regime out of there. I mean, if you think about these are massive human rights violations. Right now, this country has no way of communicating with the rest of the world. The internet has been down since Saturday. They are shooting people from helicopters. I mean, this is your government shooting high school students from helicopters. It is completely out of control. And these people that have their home base in Albania right now, the MEK, they want to move in and free this country.
Yeah, I mean, it is a terrible situation. Ambassador, you're talking about words and deeds. Another ambassador, Ambassador Rick Grenell, our ambassador to Germany, is tweeting out support for the Iranian people in Persian. So I want to show the viewers the tweet in Persian and then the American translation right here. Ambassador Grenell tweeted, it translates to, today I had several contacts with my officials and colleagues at the White House and State Department. We are focused on helping the Iranian people. They suffer greatly from this regime. So Ambassador Woolsey, Rick Grenell is a pretty significant player in global affairs. He's close to the president. This to me seems like a pretty big statement from the administration.
I'm pleased with it. Yes, it does sound like a tough stance, and I think it's symptomatic of a lot of other things that are going on in the Middle East, Lebanon, Egypt. It's a chaotic situation now, but the place where the chaos could breed radical improvement in the nature of the state and in its ability to move toward the rule of law, I just think we've got a real chance here with Iran that we haven't really had since '09.
You know, Tudor, let me ask you this, because I want to get the ambassador's response to it. When you met with these opposition folks, what do they want? What would they like to see? Assuming Ambassador Woolsey was still director of the CIA, what would they be asking him for? What would they be asking the president for?
You know, they want the president's support. They would love to have Madam Rajavi from the MEK, the leader of the MEK, come to the United States and address the president, really talk to the government here in the United States. But they want to go in there and they want to take over. They want Madam Rajavi to be the president-elect. They want to get rid of this regime. They want to get rid of the mullahs.
So, Ambassador, what do you think the correct course of action is here for us in terms of both words and deeds? Obviously, support like Ambassador Grenell is providing. But we obviously need to assist them with intelligence. We're going to have to, if this jumps off, assist them militarily in some way. What might that look like that would be most beneficial to the United States and the Iranian people?
I think we're going to have to use our technology. And even though they've shut down the internet for a time, there are a lot of things that we can do if we'll apply ourselves to it. I think that we need one thing I've always been in favor of is utilizing humor and satire on what we broadcast. I think it was Thomas Aquinas who said the devil, that proud spirit, cannot endure to be mocked. And the Iranians typically, historically, have had a great sense of humor, the Iranian people. We ought to cause them as much intellectual trouble as we possibly can.
Tudor, were you getting that feedback on the ground?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes, the folks there are telling us, they've come to us and said, what is the answer to get people in the U.S. to pay attention? And I think that's absolutely right, because I think as much as the Iranian people have a sense of humor, so do the people around the world. And that's kind of the way, a sense of humor is what always brings people together. And that helps humanize these folks that are going out and walking into bullets with no protection.
Yeah, and Ambassador Woolsey, we did this in the late 70s, early 80s, right? I mean, there was a pretty effective campaign in the U.S. to mock the Ayatollah Khomeini.
Yes, the British have always done this extremely well, and we've done it well sometimes. But we need to take off the gloves and make fun of these pompous asses that are so oppressing their people. I think there would be a lot of interest in that. It's like the picture of Kim Jong-un
Right.
that emerges from Team America World Police. I'd ask the creators of Team America World Police to do it with Iran. Yeah, the South Park guys to do it for Iran. Make fun of these idiots.
I think that's actually a great idea, absolutely great idea. Tudor Dixon, Ambassador James Woolsey, thank you both.
Thank you.